What's up, guys? Skyrain here. First of all, I just want to say that I have some really exciting news coming so soon, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Like, so much big stuff is coming, and you guys are gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. I'm just so excited for it. So, I also have a song coming out next Friday the 13th. I can't wait. I'm super excited for this release. It's called Modern Day Penny Lane, and it's my favorite song that I've ever written, I think. And it's definitely like my favorite song as far as production goes that I've put out so far, and it's really pretty, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys and see what you think. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, and I think that's all the news I have. In other news, I keep doing that stupid tongue pop thing and I can't stop, so that's really cool. And I decided that this week I'm going to do my very first story time. Anything for the views, right? Oh my god, there I go again. Anyways, so I don't really like watching those videos that get really long and it's just like one single story and they just include every single little possible detail just to drag it on and on. So I'm going to do like 3 different stories, like short little stories with the same kind of theme. So the theme this time around is how crazy and mean I was when I was a child. I was psychotic. Like from the ages of like 6 to 11, I was just like the meanest little devil child that you have ever seen. Like, I was crazy. So I figured I would tell you guys about that. So the first story that I want to talk about is when I basically pushed my cousin out of a tree. So we were in the backyard and he liked to play this little game where he would take my stuff and hide it around the house, around the yard, whatever. He would always take my stuff because he knew it bothered me. So, it just drove me absolutely insane. And I was already so frustrated with him this day for whatever reason. And so he decided to take my shoe. When I was like inside or something, he took my shoe and he climbed up in the tree in the backyard and hid my shoe in the tree. Then he jumped down and I'm like, okay, haha, very funny, like, where's my shoe? Like, we need to leave. I need my shoes. Like, where'd you put it? He's like, I don't think you're looking high enough. So finally, like, I see my shoe up in the tree and I freak out. I'm so scared of heights. So I'm like, you need to go get it. Like, right now, like, go get my shoe. Not funny. So he goes up to get my shoe and then he gets stuck in the tree. He can't get back down. And I'm like, dude, stop playing. Like, just calm down. Like, come on. We have to go. And he was like, no, I'm stuck. I can't. And so at this point, I'm so frustrated. I take my other shoe that I have and I just threw it at him as hard as I could, and it hit him and he fell out of the tree. So, moral of the story, I guess, is don't hide my things in trees. I guess. That's not that bad. I mean, I feel like that is bad. I'm not out here trying to push people out of trees on a daily basis. But, I mean, I feel like that's normal, like, cousin, family arguments, like, fights, you know. It could happen to anybody. These next 2 stories are not that normal. Like, I'm so glad that I'm a nice person now, because I don't know what I would be like if I just let that anger carry on with me. So I'm really glad I learned to let that go. So the second story is kind of 2 in 1. It's pretty much the same thing, just different circumstances. So my uncles, I had an uncle named Joey, and I have an uncle named Josh. So Joey used to play hockey, and so he would have all of his equipment, his hockey sticks, everything just like laying around the house at my grandma's, and I was over there all the time. Like, I spent so much time at my grandma's. My uncle Josh is not that much older than me, so I was kind of like that annoying little puppy dog that just followed him and his friends around all the time, and he hated it. And my grandma always made him like, you have to play with her, you have to be nice. So one day he comes home from school, and for like a school project, he had to make a board game. And so he made this own game, and him, and his friend are downstairs playing this board game that he made. And Joey's hockey equipment is laying right there next to me, his hockey stick, and my uncle's friend were playing the game, and he accidentally takes my turn. And so I freaked out. I grabbed Joey's hockey stick, and I hit him in the head with the hockey stick. Not very nice, right? I know. So a few weeks or months later, I don't remember the timeline, I was like 7, I don't really know. We are out in the backyard, and my grandma had this giant like wheelbarrow thing, and I would always sit in it and make everybody push me around the yard. I have pictures of it in a photo album somewhere, and it was like so fun for me. So my uncle's friend was over one day, and he had asthma, so he's pushing me around, and he's like, I need a break, I need to stop, like I can't breathe, like hold on. And I wasn't having it, so I grab a stick and I hit him with the stick. It's not a hockey stick this time, it's just a normal stick, but still smacked him in the head with it. Yikes. So rude. And after that, he was terrified of me. He wouldn't come over when I was there ever again. And yeah, so if you ever see this, dude, I'm sorry. Hope your head's better. I'm not that mean anymore. You don't have to be scared of me anymore. Sorry. So yeah, that happened. And this last story is probably like the shittiest thing that I've ever done. Like, I was like 10, and I still feel so bad for this. Almost 10 years later, I still feel so guilty. Like, horrible. So I had this neighbor, we will call her Emma, and me and Emma hung out all the time. She was I think a year or two older than me, and so she thought that she was like cooler than me, and she was like, oh, like I'll teach you stuff because like I'm older. And she was very like, we got along really well, but there were days when we did not get along at all, and I could not stand her and she could not stand me, and we would just like fight and argue. And so one day I had the great idea to cut holes in my pants. I thought it was so cool, and you know, I was right. Turns out I was ahead of the trend. I mean, I have holes in all my pants now anyway, so like, inventive girl over here. But she didn't really think so. I was sitting there on the floor just like snipping away at my own pants, and then I look at her and I'm like, okay, your turn. And she's like, no, like you are not cutting holes in my pants. And I'm like, no, I am. Like, yes, I am. Like, we're gonna match. Like, we're gonna have holy pants, and it's gonna be super cute and cool and fun. And she did not think so. She was like, no, absolutely not. Like, there's no way that I'm letting you take scissors to my clothing. Like, what's wrong with you? A little bit psycho, but you know, I was just being artistic, right? And so I was not taking no for an answer. So I told her, like, you are going to let me cut your pants. Like, I'm telling you right now, I am cutting something. Like, I don't care. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, I'm not gonna stop until there's a hole in your pants. And so she, like, put her hand over her pants. She's like, no, like, you're not gonna cut them. Like, no. And I come at her. Mind you, they're not, like, big kid scissors. I have the tiny little plastic, like, safety scissors. Not very safe. Ugh. So, oh my god, that was really ugly. My face is breaking out so bad. I should never get that close to the camera again. Ugh, sorry. Anyways, so I come at her with these scissors, and her hand is covering up the knee. She's like fighting it, like, no, no, no. And I'm like, oh yeah, like it's happening. And so I go snip, and I tried to cut her pants. I really did, but I cut her pinky instead. Right off. Not right off. It didn't come off. But like the very tip of it did. So it was like dangling. Like, imagine just like not having this part of your pinky. Like, it just came right off. There was blood everywhere. She screamed. She cried. My mom came in. I got grounded for a very long time. She had to get stitches Sorry, Emma. My bad. So, moral of that story is don't take scissors to your friend's clothes without their permission. And definitely don't take scissors to your friend's fingers because they will bleed and they will need stitches and they will be very mad at you. So yeah, so there's my little violent child story time. I would like to put out a little disclaimer that the Pinky incident was really the last time that I ever got super violent towards people. I mean, like, I'll admit I've yelled at people, I've said things I shouldn't have said, like, I had a really bad temper from my dad, and it took me a really long time to get a hold of it and to control it, and I still don't always do the best job of that, but I would never, ever, ever lay hands on someone, get physical with someone. Like, I have calmed down so much. I am so much nicer. All of these things happened, like, at least 9 years ago, like 9+ years ago. It was a long time. Like, I'm not that little psychopath that I was anymore. Like, I promise. I'm not that crazy anymore. I'm still crazy, but like not in a violent cut off your pinky kind of way. So thank God that I grew out of that, and I hope you guys aren't like scared of me anymore, or at all. Not really anymore. I don't know why you would have been scared of me before. I hope you're not scared of me now. If you're watching this and one of those things happened to you, I'm really sorry. Like, I won't ever do it again. I promise. I don't know if I should be sharing this with the world, but like, I just thought those were like really ridiculous, crazy stories. Like, who does that? Like, who does that? I did, apparently. Don't know why. So there's some useless information that you guys didn't ask for. So yeah, please don't come at me in the comments. Please don't be mean to me, because I am just a sensitive little bean now and I cannot handle it. So yeah, I love you all so much, and I promise I have a big giant heart now, and yeah, if you're mean to me, I will probably cry, and I will always do my best to not be mean to you. So, sorry I was a psycho child. And if you made it this far, I don't know why, but thank you. I'll see you on Monday.